everybody, it's Monica, or Jules, and we are back for some more Stanley Parable today. Sorry for the long break in videos. I recently had my wisdom teeth out, so that kind of put me out of the video making thing for a bit. But, yeah, here we are, in Stanley's office, ready to start on another new adventure.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, because everybody misses memos. Especially Stanley.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to talk today. I'll get back into the hang of this, I suppose. So yeah, we're in the office. We're gonna try and go a different way this time, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see what we find. Let us see what we find as Stanley. Good old Stanley. Silly, good old...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I want to go left? I suppose I'll go left. No. No more doors. That computer's on. It has a weird light. I want to get in. Let me in. Fine, don't let me in. I don't know where I'm going. Hey, look, it's
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. And it's a vicious cycle. Using slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic. Oh, check, check. Throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Why, thank you, slide. Numbers of slides on this slide. That's a lot. Alright. Whereas the broom closet, where we had a lot of fun last time. We're gonna keep going this time. Stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I'm gonna go down. No. Ooh, that looks promising. Maybe. Fire hose. Ooh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No,
What?
Stanley said to himself,
crap, they
this
are
is
too.
all too strange. This can't be real.
Yep.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally
So we're
found an
trapped in a
answer,
loop.
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life
is
job
new.
pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm
new.
still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
We're
Then he
flying.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That is a good question.
Now the voice
Who
was
are you?
describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
We're just
the
gonna run
truth was
circles.
that, of course,
Maybe
this was
we'll-
not a dream.
Let's see.
How could it be?
gonna
Was
stand in
Stanley
this
simply
corner.
deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, so we're not
Now,
dreaming.
hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the
well, there
blanket
goes
on
our
his
screen.
skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Wow. It's a lot of self-reassurance, Stanley. And I don't think we're okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Well. Okay. Blackness. We can do
This is the
blackness.
story of a woman named Mariella.
Is it?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's not suspicious at all. And that was, one ending of the Stanley parable. Loading again, and yeah. Oh, look where we are. We're in office 427 again. Surprise, surprise. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching my video. Please like and comment. If you like my videos, you can consider subscribing. If you want to check out more of my videos, you can check out my channel or click on some of the links below. If you want to check out some of the multiplayer stuff that I'm doing, then you can look us up on Cookies, Tea, and Murder. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. Gmod, Guns of Icarus, Town of Salem. We got a lot of new content on the way. It's pretty fun. I got some new series that are coming up, so keep an eye out. I'm going to continue on with Eub, and there will be a new series starting probably within the next week or so. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye!